about to make a whole lot of money. These niggas about to make a whole lot of money. I like all my kisses, friend, when I'm on my champagne. Everybody turn around taking them big, cause I'm on my champagne. And I'm throwing them hits on my champagne. And keep throwing them hits, cause I'm on my champagne. These niggas about to make a whole lot of money. These niggas about to make a whole lot of money. I like all my kisses, friend, when I'm on my champagne. Everybody turn around taking them big, cause I'm on my champagne. And I'm throwing them hits on my champagne. And keep throwing them hits, cause I'm on my champagne. These niggas about to make a whole lot of money. These niggas about to make a whole lot of money. These niggas about to make a whole lot of money. I like all my kisses, friend, when I'm on my champagne. Everybody turn around taking them big, cause I'm on my champagne. And I'm throwing them hits on my champagne. And keep throwing them hits, cause I'm on my champagne. These niggas about to make a whole lot of money. These niggas about to make a whole lot of money. I like all my kisses, friend, when I'm on my champagne. Everybody turn around taking them big, cause I'm on my champagne. And I'm throwing them hits on my champagne. And keep throwing them hits, cause I'm on my champagne. These niggas about to make a whole lot of money. These niggas about to make a whole lot of money. These niggas about to make a whole lot of money. I like all my kisses, friend, when I'm on my champagne. Everybody turn around taking them big, cause I'm on my champagne. And I'm throwing them hits on my champagne. And keep throwing them hits, cause I'm on my champagne. These niggas about to make a whole lot of money. These niggas about to make a whole lot of money. I like all my kisses, friend, when I'm on my champagne. Everybody turn around taking them big, cause I'm on my champagne. And I'm throwing them hits on my champagne. And keep throwing them hits, cause I'm on my champagne. These niggas about to make a whole lot of money. These niggas about to make a whole lot of money. I like all my kisses, friend, when I'm on my champagne. Everybody turn around taking them big, cause I'm on my champagne. And
Scoot up for a second and let's talk. Yo, DJ, roll that beautiful champagne footage. Champagne Gang, FizzFam, Confidante. Welcome to the chalet located in Champagne City, baby. If you're ready for a little sip, savor, and spill, please grab your glass of bubbly. Grab one of those Chase lounges over there. Kick your feet up. Say hi to a few people in the chat. And let's get ready to get into it. If this is your first time here, hi, I'm the Empress, and you are joining me for grown discussions and bubbly banter. Over here, we get classy with a twist, huh? A little clink with chaos with a side of charm. So if you're ready to sip, savor, and spill, come on in. How y'all doing today? Are my confidants in the house? Drop some champagne glasses and champagne bottles in the chat for me. Did y'all enjoy y'all holiday? Did you do anything fun? How about this? Have you remembered to affirm yourself today? Did you look in the mirror, pop your collar, and say what's up? Did you tell yourself how amazing you are today? How wonderful you are? How gracious you are? Have you done that for yourself today? Because the first person in the morning to affirm you shouldn't be your significant other. Baby, it should be yourself. Because until you recognize that you are worth it, nobody else will see it, and you won't believe it. So when you get up in the morning and before you go to sleep at night, tell yourself, I am worth it. I believe in me. I am unstoppable. With God by my side, there is nothing I can't do. You better affirm yourself. So today, y'all, listen. Today we are diving into Ex-Filez Exposed. But instead of dealing with relationships, baby, we dealing with these friendships, honey. Because some of these friendship breakups are worse than relationship breakups. Have y'all ever had that one friend that you just knew was your friend? Hands down, it look, ride together, we die together, bad boys for life type friends. Have y'all ever had those kind of friends? Did that very friend ever stab you in the back? Turn their back on you? Have you looking at them like Invasion of the Body Snatchers? Who are you? And where did you come from? And what did you do with my friend? Well, that's what we're dealing with on today. So we're going to watch these videos. And please stay to the end because, baby, I got a story time of my own when it comes to friendships. So please stay till the end. Plus, we're going to drop the link at the end for an open panel discussion about these friendships, where we go wrong and how we can get it right. If y'all ready, let's get ready to get into it. Give me 1 second. Y'all know I be trying to do this all by myself, so hold on. Here we go. Let's get ready to get into it.
Time on how I found out my best friend of 5 years, my baby's godmother, actually hated me our entire 5 years of being friends. And yesterday, she confessed to me after 5 years she never liked me, she hated my guts the entire time, and why you should vet your friendships just the same way that you vet your relationships. Me and this girl was friends since 2020 during the pandemic, like early 2020. We met on social media. I think it was even 2019. We hit it off real well. We had the same interests, I'll just say that. We didn't officially meet up in person until I moved to Atlanta in 2021 because she lives in South Carolina and I was in New Jersey, New York. So obviously coming to South Carolina was not in the plans. We building a friendship. We're getting real close. I get married 2021. She was already married for 2 years when we met. So our husbands met. They got super close. We had this whole like family group chat. We all close and da, right? We are like peas in the pod, all of us. I say peas in the pod, I mean families meeting each other, hanging out at each other's houses. We even felt comfortable when we found out we were pregnant in 2022 that they were going to be our new baby's godmother and godfather. So this all is catching me by surprise. Had to give you a little backstory. Yesterday, I get a call, ring, 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 ring. Catches me off guard, completely off guard. Homegirl says, hey, I have something to tell you. I've been feeling this way for so long. But mind you, as of recently, I've been telling my husband, I feel like something is off between me and her. Like, you know when you have that feeling, ladies? Like, you know when you know. You have a feeling something is off. But everything kept flying over my head. So she asked, can she call me? We get on the phone. And she's like, all right, I got something to tell you. For the past 4 or 5 years, I've never liked you. I've always been jealous of you. I've always hated you. You can predict. My mouth was like, what? I literally kept saying, what? What? What are you talking about? We were just planning to see each other next month. All of us, our families getting together and having a good time for the holidays. And this is how you were feeling the entire time? But that's not even the half of what she had to say. She goes on to say that she was always praying against the things that I was praying for. So when I was telling her that my husband and I were praying for a baby, and this was 2 years ago, almost 3 years ago, when I was telling her these things, she said that she was praying and hoping that we wouldn't conceive. She was praying and believing that when we were pregnant, the baby wouldn't be born. When I was pregnant around like 26, 27 weeks, you know, when you get tests for gestational diabetes, I was actually diagnosed with gestational diabetes. I had to retake the test. So, you know, you call your friend, you tell your friend, whatever, like, hey, like, pray for me and all these things. Girl said that she was praying that the opposite would happen of what we wanted, which is, of course, for the gestational diabetes to be removed so that I can have a healthy pregnancy. If you know anything about gestational diabetes in itself, you know that that's nothing to play with when you are pregnant at all. So the fact that she found that fun and joyful, and I still called her her best friend, and she knew that this baby was going to be her godchild, and she felt comfortable feeling that way, blows my mind. So anyways, the whole time we were on the phone, I'm just listening. I'm just quiet because I'm trying to like take in everything that she's saying, because I actually can't believe that these things were going over my head. One time while I was pregnant, it was November of 2022 and I was due March 2023. I came to her because I had a feeling like something was off. And again, like when you feel something is off, you really need to take heed and pray about whatever it is that you feel is off of your spirit. So I said something was off. I addressed it with her and we agreed that we both can do better as friends. I should have took that as a sign right then and there to dead this friendship. But she assured me that what I was feeling off was not the case. She was genuinely there to be my friend. The same time I felt this way was the same time I had the gestational diabetes, and she felt a way about me being pregnant, I suppose. She continued on to say that she's always felt competition between us. Whenever I started my photography business, she felt competition in there. Whenever she seen that we were essentially making money moves, I'll just say it like that, she felt some sort of way about that. So last year, December, November, I don't know if you've seen on my TikTok page, if you scroll down, I shared that we were facing eviction, right? She knew about that and her husband knew about that because we were all close. We're like family. So like we're going to the people that we're the most closest to pray for us and to cover us, that of course that we don't end up on the street with a 9-month-old. This girl prayed that we would not have a home to live in. She prayed, she said this out of her own mouth. She was just hoping that we would end up homeless with the 9-month-old that is her godchild, and then still had the audacity to open up her home for us to live there, even though she was feeling these things. She said that it made her feel like they were doing better than us. This is a best friend, somebody that you're confiding in. I was almost like dishing information for her to pray against on me. Better for me wasn't the fact that she didn't like me this whole entire time. It's that I gave her access to my child, the one that I had prayed for to be here, and I entrusted her to come into agreement with me for this baby. But she had a whole separate agenda this entire time of canceling his life, and I entrusted her to be his godparent. I'm gonna leave it here because she says way more. If you want to hear part 2, then let me know in the comments. But I'm gonna just leave one thing for you ladies. Vet your friendships the same way that you are going to vet your relationships. The same way that you're going to pray and seek God about if this is the person that you're supposed to spend the rest of your life with. You need to be praying and asking God, is this a friendship I need to be pouring myself out into? You need to pray and ask God for discernment when we're sharing things with friends. That is women. Sometimes we just want to get all close because we like the same things. We like content creation. We all just gonna be friends. We like photography. We just all gonna be friends. And no, like, ask God, what is the kingdom purpose here for our friendship? Is this somebody I'm gonna do life with? Is this somebody I should share my deepest, darkest secrets with? Is this somebody that I can trust with my entire life?
Get right into it. Let me tell you how I found out on my birthday that my friend was not my real friend. So basically, the day of my birthday, the plan was to go to a dinner at 7:30. We were supposed to meet up at the hotel that I paid for at 6:45. So my friend, which is friend A, she calls me and she's like, yeah, I'm financially not able to, come to your dinner. I just am unable to come. And she was crying on the phone, boo-hooing and everything. And I was like, girl, it's no problem. Like, we all gonna eat. Like, I would never do that. I will take care of you. I'll pay for you. No problem. So basically, fast forward to, the time of us leaving at 6:45. So friend B was there with me getting dressed. Friend C said she was going to meet us at the, dinner. Mind you, the dinner was set at 7:30. So 6:45 comes and we're waiting on friend A, which is the friend that I'm not friends with no more. But we're waiting on her. So we call her and we're like, yeah, girl, where you at? And she's like, yeah, I'm running late. I still got to, get dressed when I get to the hotel. And we're all like, the reservation's at 7:30. Like, I told these girls this, days in advance. So she comes to the hotel, and when she comes, she has this stank ass attitude. Like, she really don't even want to speak. Like, she don't even want to be here. So I'm like, what is her problem? Like, one, you making me late for my birthday dinner on my birthday and then giving me an attitude about it. Like, I didn't tell you these plans previous. So anyways, we get into the car. She, gets dressed. She ended up making me late for my dinner. We didn't get there till 8 o'clock. So basically, we get at the table. Mind you, friend A is who I'm paying for. Friend A also does not drink alcohol. She's a smoker. She does not drink alcohol at all. So the server comes to our table. He does his big introduction. He's like, yeah, we have this, cool, cocktail that has smoke that comes out of it. Mind you, like, I don't care about prices when I'm eating because it's my money. But it's like, for her, it was like, I didn't feel like I needed to have that conversation. Like, don't break my pockets, because this is a grown ass 25-year-old woman. So the waiter's like, does anybody want a cocktail? I'm like, yeah, I'll have it. And this is a $20 cocktail. Why does friend A raise her hand and say, oh, I'll have one too? I don't want you to drink alone on your birthday. Bitch, you're going to drink with me on my birthday and I'm paying for it? And you don't even drink alcohol? Are you dumb? So anyways, the food comes out, whatever. And, they give me a free drink because they messed my food up. And then she gonna tell the waiter, oh, I want one too. And we're all just like, what is wrong with this girl? So after that, like, after the dinner was done, the checks come out. My check was $71 by myself. So now, because she decided to run my check up and get fucking alcohol and shit and not just food, my check went from $71 to me paying $200 for me and her combined. The reason how I knew that she really had money, she texted me the next day asking me for the plug's number. And then when I confronted her, she was upset and she felt disrespected on my birthday.
So I just was at my friend grandma's house, y'all, and I felt so out of place. I felt so wrong. I felt like so disrespected, and I don't disrespect my elders. So it was just such like a hard spot for me. I went into this lady's house because my homegirl told me to come in, and when we got in, the grandma was serving food like she hadn't cooked. So she goes on to say like, oh, I don't want nobody in my house, and ain't nobody getting off, no place. Now I'm looking crazy because it's nothing but family here. They having like a little family gathering. So it's nothing but family here. I'm the only person that's no kin. I go in and she like, oh, only family is eating. So I let that go, whatever, and I tap my friend like, is she talking to me? Because mind you, I have never met her girl before or did anything to her. Y'all, the lady goes on to say, and I don't want no outsiders in my house. Now I'm looking crazy because, like, where's all this coming from? So then I'm looking at my friend. My friend is not speaking up for me. She not checking up for me. She not saying nothing. So now it's making me feel like my homegirl must have been talking bad about me to her grandma. And once she brought me around, her grandma couldn't hold it in. Because y'all know old people, they say what's on their mind. They don't hold, they don't hold their tongue. I just, I really want to say something to her, but I just got my stuff and left. But now my friend, like, blowing me up. And it's just like, I don't want to talk to her. And I don't know if after this, the disrespect from your grandma in front of your whole family, I even want to be your friend. If I'm tripping or not, I don't really know. So, y'all, let's talk about this in the comments. If y'all, got a thought, put it in the comments and just tell me if I'm tripping or not. But I'm just really feeling like out of place right now.
Especially for y'all today, to get on my Zoom to tell y'all another story time. Okay, this one is going to be a little bit confusing because it's going to have a lot of moving parts in it. I'm going to just need y'all to keep up, okay? I'm going to say girl number 1, girl number 2, girl number 3, but please just keep up with the girls, okay? All right, let's get into the story. This is a reason why I cut one of my friends off, and eventually you just have to see why I ended up cutting her off. And don't ask me a bunch of questions like why I didn't do it, but let me get into the story. For her birthday, and at this time I was about 20 years old. My friend was like 22. So I had a car. I was able to drive my friend. She did not have a car and she did not have her license at that time. So it was her birthday time. We were going out of town to go hang with girl number 1. Okay. So I'm on the way to pick up my friend. I'm waiting in the parking lot. I'm on the phone with my now ex-boyfriend at the time. We were on the phone and I was telling him, like, she got some stuff that I just don't agree with. He's like, you just stay out of it. And the reason why he told me to stay away from it and to stay out of it is because my friend actually had a girlfriend, which is girl number 2. So meanwhile, we're going to see girl number 1. She got girl number 2. Okay. So I'm not saying anything. He's like, don't you say nothing. You stay out of it. It's not your business. Like, stay out of it. I was like, okay, cool. So we go up there to hang out with girl number 1. Girl number 1 was super cool. It was my first time actually meeting her in person. She was like, she knew everything about me. I really didn't know much about her besides like her name. And this girl is still cool to this day, y'all. So we ended up going out that night to Benihana's for my friend's birthday, and we had a good time. I ended up going to the bathroom. I come back and the lady was like, hey, your food has already been paid for. Someone already paid for your food. That's basically it. So I went back to the table. The girlfriend was like, oh, I'm paying for all 3 of them. And they were like, well, her food is paid for, talking about me. I was like, oh, thank you for trying to pay for me, but it seems like mine was paid for. She's like, okay, cool. So y'all, we go outside. As we're going outside to the car, this was things where so you know how us girls do. We love to take pictures. It's our birthday, whatever. So we're taking pictures. All 3 of us ended up taking a photo together. Really cute. We got to the car, and all of a sudden, I hear a bunch of arguing. I'm in the back seat, so I'm down. I'm like, what's going on? They arguing, screaming, and yelling. Apparently, my friend still had a dating app on her phone, and the girl thought she got rid of it because they met on the dating app, and my friend told her that she was going to get rid of the dating app when she met her. But see, the girl don't know that my friend actually got another girl, so I'm just quiet in the back seat. I'm not saying anything, except for I had to intervene when the girl was like, she finna wreck the car and kill us all. Hold on, don't kill me, let me out, I ain't even did nothing. And then I was like, look, hold on, wait, let's not do that. Like, let's think about this. Like, let's think about it. Nobody's ever worth your life or their life. It's just not worth it, okay? Let's just not do this. Because what if we don't die? Now we sitting around here. Now we just, we messed up for life. Like, let's think this through. Did Lex buy these flowers or not? I'm like, flowers? What is she talking about? Who bought some flowers? I'm looking at my friend in the back of the seat through the thing like, girl, if you gonna lie and want me to lie, wouldn't you tell me to lie? Like, what? So the girl turned around to me and she's like, Lex, did you buy those flowers for her or not? I was like, yeah. I did because, my friend had just started this new job and I just wanted to, I was proud of her. But meanwhile, I'm looking at my friend like, girl, let's be for real. You didn't even tell me to lie. So she's like, it don't matter who bought the flowers. I'm like, oh my God. So y'all, they arguing. Meanwhile, we got to drive 30 minutes away in the car with them. So before we were going to drive 30 minutes, we were going to go downtown. We ended up going downtown just to try to see if they were going to stop arguing. Y'all, they did not stop arguing. It just kept getting worse. So we make it into the town. We go upstairs to, her apartment. We're in the inside. I'm sitting downstairs just kind of waiting type of thing. They're upstairs screaming, yelling, hollering, like it's a bunch going on. Of course, I'm sitting downstairs. I'm on the phone with my man child. And I'm like, I'm going to stay out of that. That ain't got nothing to do with me. But, babe, it's getting kind of crazy. It's getting, I don't know what's going on. And then she going to throw me in the middle of it. He was like, what? So I'm trying to, catch him up to date on what's really going on. He's like, stay out of it, Alexis. I'm like, okay, God, but she don't put me in it. I ain't even trying to be in it. So they arguing. The girl finds out that I did not buy the flowers. Okay, she finds out that I did not buy the flowers. I go upstairs, my friend is up there saying some really crazy stuff, saying some stuff she's gonna do, and I'm like, okay, like, let's hold on. So the girl is going out. The girl is like, I'm in medical school, and I'm doing all this for you. I spend all this money. I send you all this money. I told you I'll take care of you, but for some reason you just don't want me. Like, what's going on? Like, do you not like me? Even though I know the reason why she won't go with her is because she got a girlfriend. So let me go back. So the day before, when we first got down there, my friend did something that was very shady and I did not like. So apparently she had told the girl that I had somewhere to stay. The girl had a 2-bedroom condo, okay? And the girl thought I had somewhere to stay. Ended up coming to find out my friend lied to her and said, oh, Lex got somewhere to stay. Meanwhile, luckily my cousin and my sister stayed in that same town, so I had somewhere to stay, of course. But at the same time, like, don't lie on me. So like, she really pissed me off. I didn't know none of this had went on until we got back, which was days after the girl's birthday. Okay, I should have left her then, but I was so nice back then, y'all. I was like 20 and I really didn't think things through. You know, y'all know how that goes. So I'm letting y'all know my stupid story so y'all don't be stupid like I was at such a young age. Now you can't pull the wool over my eyes. That was the end, child. Anyway, so luckily my cousin and my sister was there, and my cousin, like, I stayed with him majority of the time because we're like brother and sister. Like, he's like my little brother, seriously. So they got to arguing in the car. The girl turns around to my friend and she's like, so question, did Lex buy these flowers or not? So my friend called me one day. She called me hysterically crying. I'm like, what is going on? Like, are you okay? Because I'm such a nice person. She calls, and at that time I needed to set boundaries, y'all. I didn't know how to set boundaries correctly, okay? Anyway, child, she called me crying so hard. She's telling me what happened to her. She found out some stuff that was very traumatic, and she's telling me the story. But y'all, it's starting to sound similar to actually what happened to me at a very, very young age. And when I'm talking young, I mean 6 years old. If you get my drift, you get my drift. So I'm like, I didn't understand what was going on, what happened at this time. So the story's starting to sound a little fishy, too much so of what happened to me. She was trying to make it happen to her, and I didn't want to invalidate what could have possibly happened to her. So the story started sounding a little sketchy, a little fishy, and something in me wasn't allowing myself to believe what she was saying. Like, it just wasn't coming off as believable. It was coming off like, it sounded too much like what had happened to me. Like, I couldn't, but I didn't want her to feel like I didn't trust my friend or believe my friend. But I had just told her, like, okay, I'll help you find this person who did this horrible thing to you, and we're gonna take him down and he going to jail. Like, let me help you out. Like, what was his name? What's his Instagram? Give me some tea on him. Give me some information. I'm gonna call the police. Like, have you called the police? Have you filed a police report? Have you done all these things that you need to do? She's like, no, she won't give me his name. She won't tell me. The girlfriend calls me and like, Lex, she's lying. I'm like, why you say that? Like, what's really going on? And she's just like, Lex, I'm gonna tell you why. This is what's really going on. She's lying on that man. I'm like, you know, I don't want to say I don't believe you, but I don't want to say I don't believe my friend. I'm just at this place between, I'm just stuck. But my gut telling me she's lying, and I believe that's true, but I want to. Got so bad that my friend ended up moving out of the house with the other girl number 3, and moving in with her aunt. Her aunt called me and was like, hey Lex, I was actually at one of my old jobs at that time, so I had a little more free time to talk on the phone and stuff. She's like, hey Lex, can we talk? I'm like, yeah. She's like, do you know what's going on with the situation with your friend? I'm like, I do. Like, what's going on? She's like, I don't believe it. I was like, me either. But I don't want to say I don't believe her, and what if it's actually true, but something in me is telling me it's not the truth. She's like, yeah, I don't believe it's true. Her auntie sets up a sting operation, a whole sting operation, to see did this really happen. So we go around, we ended up finding the dude. The girlfriend ended up knowing who the guy was. She didn't know the guy personally, but she found him through some social media stuff or something like that. So we all being detectives. The auntie called me, put me on the phone, and she's like, I'm gonna try to call this young man. And I was like, how? She was like, I don't know. I said, let me try to call him on Instagram just to see. He'll probably answer me. I got on Instagram, y'all. He did not answer. Couple minutes go by, he ended up answering. He was like, hello. Like, he was confused, as one should be. You get this random girl calling me on Instagram. So he had looked like he just came from like basketball practice. I don't really know, came from somewhere. And I was talking to him, I was trying to explain, ask him, did he know who this person was? He was like, oh yeah, like, I definitely know her. So I'm talking to him, and I told him the situation, what was going on. And me and her aunt wanted his information so she could give him a call to kind of see what's really going on. This man was crying, y'all, like crying from the pits of his soul. And I was like, this man did not do it. He didn't do it. Like, he did not do it. He didn't do it. He was like, are you serious? Like, are you serious? Like, telling me all the stuff that had happened leading up to the situation or whatever. And then my friend, mind you, girl number 3 had already said she had already seen, like, them interacting together. And the boy said that my friend was telling him that girl was just her homegirl, not her girlfriend. So the guy's like, I didn't know none of this was going on. Why would she lie on me like that? He was like, no, like, you know, basically everything was, you know, they agreed upon doing that. They're 2 consensual adults. They agreed on doing these things together. He was like, we were not underneath the influence. I never pressured her. Like, in fact, she was calling. He's like, I got the text messages. I got everything. He's like, what do I need to do? I said, well, her aunt wants you to call her. Like, can you get that phone number? Can I give your phone number out? Can you give it to me? I give it to her. Y'all, here's the thing, Operation Night. Y'all had got off work. Auntie called me like 1,000 times. She's like, I don't believe it. The other auntie, she done put 3 aunties on the phone and the girl dad on the phone, y'all. We got everybody named mama on the phone. So they want to know what she told me, and I'm telling them what she told me. Everybody eventually, at the end of the day, is trying to get her some kind of help, because we see she really needs some help. And we don't want you ruining somebody's life. Like, at the end of the day, it's sad and all, but I don't take up for people who lie on other people. And he was just like, you know, I'm trying to go to the NBA. I can't have this. Like, she can mess up my life. I'm like, look, I already know how some girls like to try to lie, but then sometimes it actually happens. But let's, like, I believe that you did not do this, so we're gonna help you get out of this. But, you know, you need to confront her. So we finally got all 15 of us on the phone, the guys on the phone, very low key. So my friend gets home, or she's at home or something like that. The auntie get home. She's like, let me talk to you. Like, let's talk about what happened this night. My friend is screaming at her auntie, like, stop talking to me about it. I don't want to talk about it. I told you what happened. He did this to me. He did this to me. He did this to me. She's screaming, mad, like pissed, like, get out of my face. Like, I'm going to call the police on you. Meanwhile, she's at her aunt's house. She's telling her aunt she's going to call the police because her aunt is harassing her for asking her what happened. But the aunt is like, no, I'm not harassing you. I don't want you messing up somebody's life. I want you to tell the truth. The guy's on the phone. This man is crying, y'all. He's on the phone crying. So she's like, hello? Auntie's like, hello? We didn't know who she was talking to. So she was like, she said the guy's name. He got on the phone. He was like, yes, ma'am. And this guy was very respectful, y'all. Super respectful. Like, just a down sweet guy. He was like, I take her on dates every time I come back into town. Like, I really like her. I thought she was going to be my girlfriend. He was like, I was even planning on making her my girlfriend. You know, being a very sweet person. Meanwhile, y'all remember she got girl number 3. He didn't even know she liked girls. My friend said that she didn't even like girls. She had lied so much, okay? So, the guy's on the phone. He's explaining. He's like, don't lie on me. Like, he was like, I will go up to the police station where he was right now, and I will, whatever I need to do, I'll go take a lie detector test. What you're not going to do is lie on me. My friend is screaming and yelling at everybody on the phone, cussing everybody out. Said she finna call the police. Like, we harassed her. And then she admitted she lied. She lied. She was like, I lied. So she breaks down. She's screaming on the phone, saying like she lied. She lied because she was embarrassed about something that had happened. And but I don't side with that. And the reason why I don't is because you don't lie on somebody and say somebody did something to you like that can mess up their life, all because you were embarrassed on what happened to you at the end. That is something I did not get down with, something that I did not like. The fact that she sat on the phone with me, cried to me, screamed at me, wanted me to believe her, wanted to make the story believable so that I could be on her side, but my gut was telling me it wasn't the truth. So I had to cut her off because, number one, that happened to me at a very, very, very young age, and I don't play like that. And then when you lie on somebody, because I'm thinking that could be my little brother, that could be my cousin, that could be, heck, when I have a kid one day, my child, a female around here lying on him, like, no, you're done. Like, you ain't nothing else that you can say to me. Like, you're a sick individual, and that's sick. So I cut her off eventually after 4-5 long years of being her friend. So the story keeps unfolding. The girl number 3, y'all remember, she calls me back a couple days later. She's like, Lex, I know something similar kind of happened to you. And she was like, she wanted to use that. She knew that had happened to you. She wanted to use that. She wanted to be like you, Lex, so much. She was like, it's so scary. She was like, I would see how much she would like stalk you on Instagram. She would save your pictures. She would like do all this stuff. And I'm like, this sounds like a Lifetime movie. How come I always attract the crazy people? And I stand the friends that always asking you like, oh, what you wearing, what you wearing, what you wearing, and then you tell them what you're wearing, you're like, oh, I really don't know. They're like, well, you ain't gotta dress up, don't dress up, because I'm literally going in the leggings and a t-shirt, like I'm being so chill, like let's just be chill, and then you go meet them at their place or wherever y'all supposed to be meeting it, and you get there and they got a full-blown whole outfit on, heels on, and they're like, well, girl, I just decided to throw this on. Those are people that's really jealous of you, and they know when you got a chance you're gonna put your clothes on, and they don't want to feel like they gotta compete with you when they put their clothes on. And y'all are weird, and girls are weird, and just I don't understand it. Y'all are so weird. I have been saying and screaming and preaching how weird females are. Y'all are really weird. God.
Listen, if I've told y'all once, I've told you 1,000 times. Y'all better start checking your frenometer gauges. Y'all better check y'all frenometer gauges and find out why the people that are in your life are in your life. We throw that word around so loosely. Everybody's a friend. This is my friend. That's my best friend. That's my best friend. You don't know nothing about these people. Do you not understand that you can be around someone for a lifetime and still not really know who they are? But we get so caught up in the moment. We get so caught up in the emotion of everything. This is somebody I can kick it with, I can have fun with. So automatically that individual becomes your friend without any vetting, without finding out what their values are. What are your standards? What are your boundaries? Without even knowing what this person will get you involved in and what this person won't get you involved in. Because a lot of people have ended up in some messed up situations over who they called their friend. It's a whole bunch of people in prison right now doing time because of so-called friends. It's a bunch of people right now who are 6 feet deep because of so-called friends. Because you just saw someone that you could kick it with. Someone you could have fun with, have a good time with. Those are reasonable people. They're not lifetime. But we take reasonable people and put them in the box of lifetime. And then we get upset when they disappoint us. You put them in an area they were never meant to be in. But that's because we're so confined to living for the moment, living in the moment, that we never stop to think, what is this relationship, this friendship gonna look like 2-3 years down the line, 5 years down the line? Are y'all compatible in anything outside of kicking it? Do you have the same goals? Do they even have goals? Are they reaching for anything? But see, we don't ask these questions before we jump up and label someone a friend. I don't even think the world knows what friend means anymore. But story time, because I'm gonna let you know how I lost a whole friend on a Vegas trip. Are your glasses still filled to the rim? Because you're gonna need it for this one. Not only how I lost a whole friend on a Vegas trip, but almost ended up homeless in Vegas on my birthday. Y'all ready? Let's get into it. So now, mind you, for my 45th birthday, I decided that I wanted to take a vacation. I've never been on vacation before, as far as just me. See, when I started having children, I became a mother. So I wouldn't go anywhere that my kids couldn't go. So if I went to the Dells, I took my kid. If I went out of town to visit family, I took my kid. If I went to a hotel, I took my kids. So for my 45th birthday, I decided I wanted to do a thing. I wanted to go out of state and experience something new. 45 being a milestone. So I'm like, I want to turn up. My thought process was I wanted to go to Atlanta. I heard everyone talking about Atlanta. I'd never been. Now, mind you, I'm 47, so this was only 2 years ago. So I'd never been, wanted to go to Atlanta. So I have a group of friends who are actually like God sisters. We all met at church, became cool, been cool for years. Now, this particular chick, me and her have been cool the longest, and we're going to call her Yaya. I probably had known her at that time probably about 18 years. So longevity, like I know her, right? But I never traveled with her. So this is where I learned that you can't travel with all your friends. So we were going to go to Atlanta. We had a group chat set up. And in the group chat, we said we were going to get an Airbnb. So everyone said, price the Airbnb. Let us know what everybody's split is. We're going to go half on it. Cool. So I priced the Airbnbs. I find one large enough for all of us. Now, mind you, this wasn't supposed to be a girl's trip. My guy was supposed to go on the trip with me. 2 of my god brothers were supposed to go on the trip as well. So it was going to be a big trip to celebrate my birthday. What ended up happening was my guy said, this is your birthday, just go kick it, have fun, do you. So I'm like, cool. My god brother ended up having to work. My other god brother had something that was going on with business. They weren't going to be able to make it. So it was just going to be me and my god sisters. So as the time is winding down, now mind you, we started planning this like 8 months in advance. And I'm constantly asking them, okay, when are y'all going to have y'all money for the Airbnb? Because I'm not booking an Airbnb and then y'all back out at the last minute and then I'm stuck paying for it on my birthday by myself. That's not gonna happen. So they kept saying, okay, we're gonna have it. So one of my other friends, we're gonna call her Neela. So my friend Neela said, is your heart stuck on Atlanta? And I told her, not really. I just wanted to go out of town for my birthday. So someplace nice that was not the state I was living in, because I was not bringing in my birthday in the city I was living in. I wanted to go out. So she said, well, the reason I'm asking is because I have a free room in Vegas and we can share the room. She said it's a timeshare and all we'll have to do is when we get there, sit through like an hour and a half presentation and we'll have our room free for 3 nights. Cool. I let my god sisters know, hey y'all, look, we're not going to Atlanta now because we haven't paid for the Airbnb and the longer we wait, the more expensive it's going to be. Let's go to Vegas. Everybody agrees. I get my plane ticket, my other god sister, and we're going to call her Lamb. That's her name. So Lamb let me know when she was going to be getting her ticket in order to go. Neela let me know when she was going to be getting her ticket in order to go. Me and my friend Yaya had already made the decision we were going to get our ticket at the same time so that we could be on the same flight. Plus it was going to be cheaper to fly out of Chicago. So her guy was going to drive us to Chicago to the airport and we were going to fly out of Chicago. So we already have the flight situation figured out, right? So then we start discussing the rooms. So I already knew I had my room because me and my friend Neela were going to be in the room together. My friend Lamb had came up on some hardship and she wasn't able to get her own room. So I told her, girl, don't even worry about it. You can be in my room. It's my birthday. I want you there. We're going to have a ball. Don't even worry about it. See, when you're real friends, you don't trip off little stuff like that. You look out for each other the same way you would expect them to do for you, right? So because we had the timeshare, our room, let me back up. We were going to be there for 5 days. We were going to be there, 4 days. We were going to be there from the 15th at night because all of our planes got in at night until the 19th. And we're going to be checking out on the 19th at night, right? So the room that I had set up was for the 16th through the 18th. The room that my friend Yaya got set up was the 17th through the 19th. So we made the decision we're all going to be in my room for the 16th through the 18th. And then when my friend Yaya got her room, we were going to be in her room from the 17th through the 19th. My friend Lamb said, okay, that only leaves the 15th because we'll be arriving on the 15th. So I'll cover the room for the 15th. Cool. So we got Lamb's room for the 15th, my room for the 16th through the 18th, Yaya's room the 18th through the 19th, right? Right. So now we're about a month out from the trip, and my other 2 god sisters, and I'm not even going to give their name, my other 2 god sisters backed out of the trip. So the only people that were going to be going on the trip was going to be me, it was going to be Yaya, it was going to be Lamb. Now I have a friend who lives in Vegas. I'm just going to call her Twin because that's my girl. And her husband lives in Vegas. Of course, they're married. But just so you know, there's a man in this story as well. So now we're going to fast forward to the day we're supposed to get on the plane and leave for Vegas. Now, I've already told you that 2 friends already backed out. I kind of expected them to do it anyway because we've planned several girls' trips that seem to always get canceled at the last minute. So I really had ceased making plans with them. But because this was my birthday and we were all excited about going out of town, something made me feel like they were going to pull through and make this happen. Yet they didn't. That's a horse of a different color, species, shape. So it's time for us to pull out. We drive to Chicago, get on the flight, 3-hour flight. We're in Vegas. Now, mind you, this is my first time ever being in Vegas. So when I get off the plane, I'm like a kitty in a candy store. All of the lights and the huge buildings, I had never seen such before in my life. You got to understand, for me, all of my life has been in church, at work, and at home with my kids. So being able to travel and seeing the world and seeing the rest of the United States and the breathtaking sights that we have to offer, I'd never seen any of that because my focus was my children. So I'm like a kitty in a candy store, but it's late. I'm a little jet lagged. We made it in. It was probably 1 o'clock in the morning, Vegas time, which Central Standard, I want to say, is about 3 in the morning. So there was a time difference. I was tired. So I'm thinking, okay, we're going to go to the hotel. We're going to crash. Get up refreshed in the morning, make it happen, right? That's what I'm thinking. So we head down to get us an Uber to go to the hotel. My friend has gotten us a hotel at the Caesars Palace because what many people don't know is if you go to Vegas during the week, a $400 room, you can probably get it for like $40, $30 in some hotels. So she's gotten us a beautiful room at the Caesars Palace. So my friend Yaya says, I'm getting ready to go to Planet Hollywood. So I'm thinking she's been here before. She's finna stay up and gamble because I didn't know what Planet Hollywood was. So I'm like, oh, you finna gamble some? She like, oh no, I got my own hotel room. Say what? Own hotel room. So now my spidey senses start tingling, like real bad. So we get in the car. I don't say anything. We get to the hotel. I go up to the room. My friend Lamb is there, and she asking me, where's Yaya at? And I'm telling her, girl, she done got her own hotel room. She give me that look. I gave her that look. And we like, okay, she on bullshit already. But we gonna enjoy ourselves. So we sit up that night, and we doing hotels, like some of our most hoish stories, just laughing and keying, because my friend, my god sister, is into the swingers lifestyle. So now I'm intrigued because I want to know, like, girl, you did what with who and why and how many times? So we just up kicking it and laughing. We finally fall asleep. So the next morning when we get up, we got to check out the hotel room. We get all of our stuff and we take it to Planet Hollywood because that's where Yaya's hotel room is at. So we go and we're like, we're going to leave our stuff in her room while we go down to the pool. You know, go kick it for a little bit, get some swim on. Because, you know, black people do swim. And I swim like a fish. You hear me? I love the water. I low-key think I'm part mermaid and somehow got displaced or something. But I wanted to go swimming. So we get up to her room. And we're letting her know we're just going to leave our stuff in here while we go downstairs, you know, go swimming. So she says to us, well, if y'all going to be in my room, y'all going to have to put in for it because I paid for this room. Girl, spidey senses start tingling again. But I'm like, girl, bye. Ain't nobody trying to be in your room. We have a room. We just leaving our stuff in here because our check-in isn't till 3 o'clock for our room. So we get dressed. We go downstairs and swim. Then we go back upstairs, change clothes. We go get something to eat. We walking down the strip. I done bought some pre-rolls. And you know you can walk down the street in Vegas and drink. So I done bought some liquored up slushies. So it's hot. It's 88 degrees outside, but it feels like about 102. I mean, it's hot. So now it's time for us to check into my room. So we get to the room, we get all our stuff, we get checked in, we sign in, we let the people know what time we're going to do the timeshare presentation for the next day so that our room can continue to be free, because they said if you miss the timeshare, then you're going to have to pay. I think it was like $250 a night or something like that. So we didn't want to miss that timeshare. But no way. Free is free. We keeping it that way. So y'all, we go out, we walk around some more, we eat, we visit some of the spots on the strip, you know, just kicking it because I've never been to Vegas, so I don't really know where to go, but I'm just enjoying myself and I really don't care about spending money. I just want to have fun, right? Right. So we out kicking it. Now my other friend, Neela, is supposed to arrive that night. So we out kicking it. We done went and watched the water show at the Bellagio and all of that. We talking to people and laughing and, you know, just having fun on the strip. Go to sleep that night. Wake up the next morning. It's time for us to do the timeshare. And this really sets a tone for the rest of the trip, right? So when we get ready to go downstairs to do the timeshare, the guy asks for a credit card. Now, I don't carry credit cards. I don't like them. I feel like if I can't pay cash for it, or if I don't have it in my checking account, then I'm not going to spend it. So I don't carry credit cards. But these days, you gotta have one to do just about anything. So I get on the phone with a young lady who booked timeshare for us, and she was like, no, you don't need a credit card. And I'm like, lady, I just came from down at the desk. They're telling me I can't do the presentation because I don't have a credit card. So my friend is like, let me see if I can do it. But she couldn't do it because that's how she got the free room, is because she'd already done it. So they gave me the number for the supervisor. So I'm on the phone with the supervisor and he's like, well, how did you book? I said, I booked with her on the phone. We was texting back and forth. He was like, texting? So you trying to tell me that my representative booked a sale with you over her cell phone? Well, yeah, that's what she did. Long story short, I didn't get to do the timeshare, but the manager ended up paying for my room for the 3 days. So we still got the room paid for anyway. Now, my friend, Yaya, ended up doing the presentation. Now, as a part of the presentation, we were supposed to get like 3 days to come back. There was supposed to be $100 gift card. There was supposed to be like another $50 gift card. There was supposed to be a food voucher. And I think like 2 attraction passes or 3 attraction passes. Like, you know, the timeshare was really giving you some free stuff. So she went down and we sitting there waiting. Now me thinking, because, you know, she was in my room when all of this happened, that she knows what's going on, when she got her perks my birthday weekend, that she was just gonna give them to me, right? She didn't. Now mind you, I wasn't that upset about that. I just thought because it was my birthday and this was like one of my best friends, that she would say, you know what, sis, I'll keep the free rooms. Here's the $150 gift cards that we received. Here's for your birthday. That didn't happen. But I didn't trip. We in Vegas. We're gonna have a good time. I got money anyway. I wasn't tripping. The rooms ended up being free anyway, so I wasn't tripping. So we decide we all finna go kick it. So we decided to go where the big Ferris wheel is at. While we were over there, because everybody was scared to get on it, we decided to go in the selfie museum. So we took pictures at all of the, man, we had so much fun. At this time, it's me, it's Neela, it's Lamb, and it's Yaya. Probably about 5:36ish. My friend who lives there called, like, where y'all at? I'm off work. I'm ready to kick it. We like, cool, where you at? We let her know where we was at. She was like, cool, be there in 10 minutes. So she shows up. This is where things take a turn for the worse. You ever have one of those friends who are overly possessive of you? Like, if they're your friend, they really don't want anyone else to be your friend. Like, they're not cool with anybody else being cool with you except them, except people that they really know and that they are cool with. Yeah, one of those friends. So my friend showed up, and she showed up with her husband. Now, mind you, I didn't have a problem with that because originally this was never going to be a girls' trip. Not only that, but they live in Vegas. They have a vehicle. So that means we no longer have to Uber. We can save money. So she comes, picks us up. Where y'all want to go? We like, girl, this your town. Show us around. Of course, the first thing we do is go to the dispensary because I need something to smoke. I mean, if I'm going to turn up, I'm going to turn up. So we go to the dispensary. Then we go to the Venetian. We were going to do the little gondola ride, but because it was so many people out there, they ended up cutting the time down for how long you're in the gondola, but they didn't change the price. So we was like, nah, that ain't even going to work. So one of my friends Lamb ended up telling me that she was actually leaving on the 18th instead of the 19th. So we had this thing that we were supposed to do for my birthday where we were going to have a blackout night. So everyone had to be in all black, you know, my favorite colors, red, black, green. But my outfit was going to be different. So we've decided this. So I said, well, you know what? Instead of waiting till tomorrow and going out on my birthday, why don't we go out tonight and just bring my birthday in together? So that way, no one's going to miss out of it. Because me, I'm always thinking about other people, even when it's my special day. Everybody agreed. So we said, okay, take us back to the room. We're going to get dressed. Mind you, on the ride, I told you we've stopped at the dispensary. So some people have weed, some people have singles, some people have edibles. My friend Neela had gummies. She opens her pack of gummies in the truck and she's passing one around. So one of my friends who does not eat edibles, she only smokes weed. She asks for one. She hands her the bag and she looks in the bag and she like, Neela, where is the rest of the gummies? She said, girl, it should be about 6 in there. Child, the bag was empty. She didn't realize that some of her gummies was stuck together. So she done ate about 6 edibles. My friend is on her first one. So we get out, we go upstairs, and y'all know what edibles don't kick in right away. So we go upstairs, we get dressed, we take pictures with our outfits on, make sure I get pictures with my god sisters. We laughing. We dress now. We go downstairs. Get to my friend's truck. The truck is running, but no one's in it. So we standing there looking around like, okay, maybe they got out and went to the bathroom. Because I know no one's going to leave their vehicle running and they're gone for a long period of time. So we standing there probably like 5 minutes. And we like, y'all sure there's nobody in this truck? So we look in the window. Y'all, they got their seats leaned all the way back and they knocked out. So we knock on the door. Her husband opens the window. He lets us in. We all get in. I got on my tiara, locks flowing, looking like a sexy damn Thundercat. We in the car. She's supposed to take us to Fremont so we can kick it for my birthday. Y'all, she is slumped on the steering wheel, out of it. We trying to wake her up. Her husband shaking her. She telling him, leave me alone. We calling her name. She like somebody else drive. First of all, I am very uncomfortable driving in a city that I really don't know that well. Like, I don't know how the streets run, so I'm not getting behind the wheel. And Vegas has really curvy streets, and the people drive like bats out of hell, and the road is always congested. I'm not putting my life in danger on my birthday like that. No, thank you. So we sitting there trying to wake her up. She's not budging. So we finally decide, you know what, she probably gonna be a minute. We get out the truck. Now we're trying to figure out, okay, what are we gonna do for my birthday? So we find a parking valet, and he like, well, right upstairs in this hotel, Megan Thee Stallion is gonna be here. So we like, okay, cool. He tells us how to get there. We go up the stairs. Now we looking around to find out how much the tickets are. We run into a promoter. He says, don't worry about it. I'll let you in free. I'm gonna put your name on the list. Just let them know you're on the list when you get up there. We get up there. It takes probably like 45 minutes. My friend that has had 6 edibles is bobbing and weaving down the hall because now she high. The edible is probably on level 4. So she bobbing and weaving. We trying to stand up. We get through the check-in spot. Now it's time to go up to the club. They tell us the elevator is out. We're thinking it's gonna be, you know, maybe 3 flights of stairs. Baby, no. It was about 10 flights of stairs. Could have been more. With probably about 30 stairs each. Yeah. And they were steep stairs, so it was a lot that I can't even begin to explain it to you. So we running up these stairs. My one friend, Lamb, had just had knee surgery, so she made it up about 2. She like, y'all, I can't even do it. I gotta go back down. So I told her, I said, okay, sis, I tell you what, you go down, see if you can find someone to find out if there's another way up. Like, are there other elevators? We're gonna go follow up and see if we can find anyone to tell us the same thing. Make sure your phone is on, because I'm going to call you and let you know what they say. We finally get to the top of these stairs. Y'all, everybody pouring sweat, people leaning over the banister, people leaning against the wall, my feet on fire, my legs on fire. So we get up in here. It's beautiful. Oh my God, it's beautiful. Music is going. Megan Thee Stallion still ain't on the stage yet. It's probably like 2-3 o'clock in the morning. We walking around. We finally find someone to ask about the elevators. He was like, no, stairs are the only way to get up here. So we standing around looking. I turn to my friends and I tell them, look, if my god sister can't make it up here, then I'm not staying up here. Megan is going to have to wait. Again, that's the kind of friend I am. And it's my birthday. But if all of us can't enjoy, won't none of us enjoy. So I'm like, y'all, I'm finna head back down, because I'm not leaving her down there by herself while we have fun. Now, mind you, we all high by this point anyway. So we laughed, we done keyed and all of this. Oh, so I'm good. I'm not really tripping. We go back downstairs. We like, so what y'all want to do? Y'all want to find somewhere else to go? You just want to go back to the room and kick it? I'm like, at this point, I just want to go back to the room. We'll try again tomorrow. So we finally get back downstairs. We make it to the room. We just sitting up laughing and joking and keying. Just tripping for real. Drinking, all kind of stuff. Just girls doing girl stuff. So then we decide we're going to go to sleep so we can get up the next day, which is actually my birthday. Now, mind you, my friend Yaya has had an attitude for the past 2 days, but everyone is trying to ignore her. Number two, because we really don't know what's wrong with her. But number one, it's my birthday. This is not about you. So shape up and have fun or stay in the hotel room. Like, nobody has time for your attitude. And what the hell you got an attitude for in all these lights anyway, right? So the next day we get up. It's my birthday. So my friend says, we're going to take you out for breakfast. So we all get dressed. Child, by this time, I'm drained. Because, you know, I done left a lot of the story out. But this would be literally probably a 2.5 hour story if I gave more details. But we just throw on clothes. We go out to eat. We in Cracker Barrel, because that's where we decided to go. Everybody has ordered their food. It's time for Yaya to order her food. She wants to argue with the waitress. Now, mind you, the waitress has an accent. So you can tell she's not from here, but she's speaking clear enough English that everyone can understand her. So there was something on her order that she wanted exchanged for something else. And the lady was trying to tell her, no, sweetie, I told you that can't be exchanged. And I thought you said it was okay. If you want something else, that's absolutely fine. We can definitely get it for you, but we cannot exchange it in the meal. It will have to be a side. I want to talk to the manager. So now we all looking at her like, bro, what is your problem? The manager comes over. When I tell you, this was the most respectful manager I have ever seen in life. The way this manager handled this situation with my friend yelling and acting a damn fool should be commended. So she's explaining to her the same thing. Listen, if you would like to get something else to eat, I can kindly take that dish away from you and bring you out something totally different, but we cannot make the exchange that you're requesting. So we looking at her, telling her like, bro, chill out. It is not that deep. It is not like your food got messed up. You're trying to get something that they're telling you they can't exchange in your plate. You got to get it as a side. So mind you, and I want to say, did I pay for my own food? This shows you how much I was into just having fun. Everything on the trip outside of the room that was free, I paid for my own stuff. So everybody finished eating. She still got an attitude. We get back in the truck. We decide we're going to go to Madame Tussauds Wax Museum. Now, first part, if you've never been to Vegas, there's a difference in prices for those who live in Vegas and those who are tourists. So if you know someone who lives in Vegas, you get resident prices for everything that you do. So because my friend and her husband lived in Vegas, everything we did from the moment we hooked up with them was discounted because we were no longer receiving tourist prices. So when we got to Madame Tussauds, everyone said, okay, just take your money, give it to her, to Twin. Twin is going to pay for everything. That way we get a discount. Everybody does that. She gives us our passes. We get ready to go in. The first thing we want to do is stop under the Vegas wax sign and everybody take a picture. We turn around and look for Yaya. Yaya is gone. Poof. Disappeared. No one knows where she's at. Again, we not finna trip because number two, if you want to have an attitude over nothing, then that's just you. But number one, this is my birthday and I'm trying to have fun. And I'm not about to have my fun be ruined because of your nasty ass attitude. That's not what we gonna do. So we taking pictures, we walking through. We done took pictures with Tupac. We done took pictures with Hugh Hefner. We done took pictures with Biggie. I mean, we just walking through taking pictures. We done took pictures on the wrecking ball. Just all kind of stuff, having fun. Still, mind you, no Yaya. Yaya is off doing her own thing. So when we make it through all the stations, we're able to go downstairs and they have a bar downstairs that is, I think it's called the Hangover Bar or something like that, but it's in the likeness of the movie Hangover. So we order something to drink. So I'm sitting down waiting on everybody to get their drinks. So my friend's husband, who is my god brother, he comes to me and he like, sis, what's going on with old girl? And I'm like, bro, I don't even know. I ain't even tripping. Ain't nobody think if she want to have an attitude, that's between her and God. I'm not doing that this weekend. So he said, because she was just on the phone with somebody talking about she finna try to find a flight to leave early. I said, no, the hell she ain't. Because I rode to Chicago with her to catch a flight. So guess how I'm riding back home from my flight? The same way I got here. Because I paid for this. So what do you mean? And he was like, yeah, she was just on the phone. I was like, bro, I ain't even got time. I ain't even finna deal with that. We finna continue having fun. He was like, man, I'm just trying to be chill, but I don't understand. We get back in the truck. She's silent, ain't saying a word to nobody. So we all say, let's go back to the hotel, put on our swimming suits so we can go get in the pool. Now, mind you, again, we already had this figured out before we came to Vegas. On the 15th, Lamb was getting a room. On the 16th through the 18th, we were going to be in my room. On the 18th through the 19th, we were going to be in Yaya's room, right? I need y'all to remember this. We already had this figured out and agreed to before we came to Vegas. We get back to her hotel room because, mind you, now it's time to check in to her room. We get in the room. He asked her, can I have some water? Or do you have any water in the refrigerator or something? She said, it's water in there, but I'm not washing no dishes. So we all looking at each other. Now, by this time, I'm like, half past hot and a quarter to boiling. But I'm trying to keep it cool because you ain't said nothing to me about leaving or your intentions. You haven't even addressed with me why you have an attitude. And I'm one of those people, if it's not important enough for you to bring it to me, it's not important enough for me to address with you. That's the way I roll. So we in the room and I look at her. Now at this time, I'm about ready to blow. But I'm trying to keep it calm. And I turn around and I say, y'all know what? I'm about to change clothes, put on my swimming suit, and go get in the pool because I'm getting pissed. And to keep me from blowing and y'all seeing that I'm probably as crazy as some people pretend to be and I don't take any medication, I'm just gonna go cool off. I will see y'all down at the pool. Now mind you, we're at the Jockey Club in Vegas. So I've left everybody and I've gone downstairs to get in the pool because I needed to really cool off because I was pissed. Because you're trying to mess up my birthday. Because you're having a temper tantrum over who you don't want to play with. Like a 12-year-old. Get it together. So I'm in the pool. Neela comes downstairs. Twin and her husband comes downstairs. And then Lamb comes downstairs. So we all sitting in the water. We swimming. We playing. We talking. So Lamb finally says, well, the reason she has an attitude is because she said she didn't invite them into her room. Before I knew it, I said they didn't invite her in their damn truck. Yet she got in it every single time they opened the door. And they didn't ask for a dime worth of gas. Did she give them any money towards the truck? If she don't sit the hell down somewhere and chill the fuck out, I'm about to flip out. Then she continues on to say, well, and she really doesn't want anyone in her room. Huh? Say what now? Press pause. Because before we got here, we had a plan. I know we had a plan because I was there when we made the plan. The plan was you were getting the room for the 15th. I was going to get the room for the 16th through the 18th. Her room was the 17th through the 19th, but because we were checking out on the 18th, we only needed her room from the 18th to the 19th. We had this plan. She don't want nobody in her room. I said, so let me get this right. Are you trying to tell me I'm homeless in Vegas on my birthday? I know you fucking lying. So the way I said it, everybody started laughing. Number one, because I didn't go to Vegas broke. So it wasn't that I was homeless because I couldn't get another hotel room. I was homeless because you don't want nobody in your room. And I'm not going to be in a room with somebody that really doesn't want anyone in their room. And I got to spend the rest of my trip uncomfortable. And you done already fucked it up until this point. So Twin and my god brother looked at me and he said, sis, oh no, you ain't never got to worry about no shit like that in no city where your sister and brother live at. What we finna do is go get your stuff and you finna come to our house for the night. Don't even worry about it. We finna show you the time of your life on tomorrow. My friend Neela was so pissed. She ended up changing her flight and going home early. Lamb was already leaving on Saturday because she only got her flight to the 18th. But Neela was ready to fight. Like low key, she really wanted to fight because she said, how dare she attempt to mess up your birthday like this? And before I disrespect your friend, I'll just leave. So we went up to the room and I got my stuff. And while I'm getting my stuff, she looks at me, Yaya, and says, so what are we doing? Are you leaving early? The tip of my tongue just wanted to, like everything that was on the inside was trying to regurgitate through my mouth, and God wouldn't let it happen. He wouldn't, because she was about to be like 3 bitches, 2 hoes, and a host of other stuff in that moment when she said that to me. But the only thing that God would allow to come out was, no, I'm not leaving early, but I heard that you were. I also heard that you don't want anyone in your room. So to keep you from being uncomfortable in your room, Twin and her husband have offered to allow me to stay at their house. So I'm going to go to their house and stay with them, and they're going to make sure that I get to the airport on tomorrow when it's time to go. So I'll see you tomorrow. Grabbed my stuff and I left. So now mind you, we end up dropping my friend Neela and my friend Lamb off at the airport because their flights were leaving, and I want to say they were going to be on the same flight headed back. We dropped them off and we head back to their house after we stopped to get some drinks, you know, a little something to smoke on, you know what I mean, kick it, pulled out the dominoes, you know, we finna turn up. Now up until this point, just about every night we would always ask, hey, let's go to the casino, and Yaya would tell us she didn't want to go to the casino, she wanted to do something else. But now after everybody's gone, she wants to go to the casino, so she sends us a group message saying, yeah, I went to the casino and I just won $5,000. You know me, I'm not a hater. I might be pissed, but we like, you know, congratulations. Where did you win at? You know, we don't hear anything else from her. Go to sleep that night. The next day we wake up. My friend and her husband take me to get something to eat. My brother tells me, I'm finna get you so high that by the time you get back on the airplane, the only thing you have time to do is sleep. I kid you not. We want you to sit the hell down. Vegas wants you to walk the hell around. Them two don't go together all the time, especially the strand that we had. That's when I realized that Vegas weed was different, especially if it's coming from a dispensary. So we go down to Fremont Street. When I tell you, we have an absolute ball. Me and him ended up doing this VR game thing where you sit in the chair, and of course, because I'm a horror fanatic, I decide that I want to do the scariest VR they have. Y'all, I'm screaming, sweating. Then because it's my birthday, they gave us an extra go round, but they put it on a roller coaster ride. Y'all, when I tell you, it felt like I was actually on a roller coaster. He was over there grabbing the top of the thing, talking about this shit feel real as hell. At the end, it all ended up being worth it because I was not going to allow one person to completely destroy my trip. Even though she had messed up a lot of it and we wasted a lot of time dealing with her attitude, that it was a lot of things that we could have done that we didn't get to do because she was being so attitudey and moody, and it was throwing off the energy of everybody else. But outside of that, I mean, that Sunday we ended up going to Tournament of Kings, and I am a avid lover of all things medieval. So medieval times, medieval theme things, I love it all. So we went to Tournament of Kings, and we watched the jousting and the horses and the sword. Oh, it was amazing. So in the end, it ended up being a good trip. I didn't hear from her again till we got to the airport. When we got to the airport, I saw her. You know, we waved. We didn't have the same seat. So I sat by her. Well, she sat by me until we got ready to get on the plane. Then we got on the plane, got our own seats, got off the plane. Her guy met us, dropped me off at home. We have not talked since. Fool me once, shame on me. Fool me twice, shame on you. You won't fool me a third time. Because I'm one of those people with like a heart of gold. And before anybody asks, did she give me anything for my birthday? She didn't. No, nothing for my birthday. I covered my own birthday, but I was expecting to do that. I don't know where y'all find these friends at that cash out on y'all and look out for y'all. I don't know where you find them. See, I was that friend for my friend group. If you didn't have it, I got you. There was plenty of times that me and my god sisters would go out to eat, and when the bill would come, I would let them know, don't worry about it, I got it. And I'm paying for everybody. A table full of 6, 5, and 6. There was times we would get together for just a girls get together at somebody's house to kick back and chill, and people would be hungry and I would order food. Don't worry about it, I got it. Want something to drink and I'm picking up drinks, bringing the liquor. Don't worry about it, I got it. Just looking out because I'm a loyal motherfucker like that. But I'm also the wrong person to cross. I don't hold grudges, I don't. But my cutoff game is real strong. I will just love you from afar, and I'm just gonna move different because we can't move the same. But the reason I cut her off is, if you'll do that once, you'll do it again. And I'm not gonna give you the opportunity to have me really stranded, really in a messed up space, because I'm trusting you to be as loyal to me as I am to you. And you got an attitude over who you don't want to play with on someone else's birthday. It's the immaturity of it all for me, which is why, to be honest with you, you're barely gonna see me around a bunch of females. You won't. Sorry. Any guy I date, and all that I have dated, understands that I have male friends. And I've heard before, but they want to smash you. So what? That's the nature of a male. But they're not going to try anything because they know my boundary. And they know I don't play about my boundaries or my standards. So you ain't never got to worry about one of my friends crossing a line. And if they cross it, it's because I wanted them to. But that's how I fell in love with Vegas. And that's how I lost a friend in Vegas. And how I was almost homeless in Vegas, dealing with a so-called friend. It didn't matter because that November I ended up going back for a redo. My god sister and my god brother told me I had to come back for a redo. And I went back and we had an amazing time. As a matter of fact, I hit for 12 G's on the slot machine. That's how much of an amazing time we had. But what y'all think? I know y'all got some stories. So I'm getting ready to drop this link so y'all can come up and chat about these so-called friends. So what y'all think about the story time? It was a lot. Oh my goodness, it was a lot. When I tell y'all, I was ready to fight. And I'm the type of person, because I'm a Virgo, like strong, I'm a September Virgo. So it takes a lot to get me to the point where I want to fight. But y'all don't understand. I was ready to throw them things like for real, because how dare you? Because now I feel like you're trying to play in my face. And now I feel like you're trying to ruin my birthday on purpose. And I told y'all this was my first ever vacation. I'd never been on a vacation before because all my life was spent being a mother. I was either taking care of my kids or I was in church. My life was devoted to church, probably up until that point. So this was my opportunity to get out and let my hair down and see what the world has to offer, have a little fun away from my kids. And you gonna act like this? Child, but out listen. But I love Vegas, and Vegas is gonna be my like final destination. Like I plan to move to Vegas for real. But y'all, this story was crazy. It was crazy because I was so upset. Mind you, I told you I've known her for 18 years. So this wasn't someone that I had just met. Now, we all knew she was that friend with a nasty attitude, but we didn't think she was going to do this in a whole nother state while we're celebrating. There is absolutely nothing in Vegas to be mad about unless you go in a casino and gamble away all your money. Outside of that, there's nothing in Vegas to be upset about. Everything in Vegas invites you to be happy. And you walking around with a damn attitude. And for what? For abso-damn-lutely what? But y'all, I dropped the link in the chat. If anyone wants to come up and have a conversation, if you have any stories about your friendships, because these friends is something else. These friends are something else. Hold on. Looks like we got somebody backstage. Hello, Zach.
What's good?
How are you?
Fine, I'm chilling.
Welcome to the champagne room.
Hey, it's the bubbly for me. But yeah, that sounded like a classic case, I find more so than not that a lot of people, like especially when you're confident, you know who you are, sure yourself, gifted, all the above. A lot of people, that excites people, that attracts people, but it also attracts, their hate for years. And it just the right opportunity gotta happen for it to manifest, for you to see it. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
And that's what that sounds like. Man, that's crazy.
Yeah, absolutely.
And it always, because I done been blindsided. Like, dang, where this come from?
Right.
I'm thinking we 100 and you come out a bag. But come to find out, the bag, he been filling this bag for a long time.
Facts. And I
I'm
think
like,
the problem is we don't pay enough attention. Like, we're always taught to get to know your relationship, whoever you're going to be in a relationship with, whoever you're going to be intimate with, whoever
yeah,
you're thinking about developing a future with. But nobody really sits back and tells you, hey, you ought to do the same thing with those friends. The same
yeah,
way you vet your partner, you need to vet your friends, because
right,
everybody ain't your friend.
man.
Everybody ain't your partner.
And you
So,
may find out, you may find out sooner, maybe find out later. But if you chosen, you gonna find out.
facts.
But yeah,
Absolute
so
facts.
that's tragic though.
Yeah,
I'm
it was.
surprised you didn't wild out. I'm surprised
I wanted to. I wanted
Hey,
to, but
they say
I didn't want to mess up the rest of the trip. I mean, it was already messed up on so many levels.
no,
And like I said, even with that, I didn't really give full details of everything that happened. That was just really surface level, because remember, this was like 5 days, 4 nights.
right.
So this was at least 3 days full of bullshit.
I'm quite sure.
Because she
The
had an
rest.
attitude.
I'm quite sure the rest of the party, it wouldn't have hindered nothing. The rest of the party was feeling it too. So y'all probably would have mobbed her.
Would have.
But
Would have.
no, but
And that's why
yeah.
one of my
But y'all
friends
did
left
the best
early.
thing. Yeah.
Yeah,
But y'all did the right thing. Just y'all have fun regardless.
absolutely.
But
Progressive
yeah,
One, welcome to the stage. Welcome to the champagne room.
Good evening, everyone.
what's happening?
I listened to it, and it's so sad, and it's a misjustice for people of the culture in general. because this is one of the things, along with financial literacy and a whole bunch of other things, that we don't teach each other from child to adult how to actually be, which is to be loyal. And I'm not talking about being loyal and take the drug charge for me, take the gun charge for me, but be loyal to say, if you ain't got it, I got it, and vice
Yeah.
versa. That should be the way that it goes. That's the way that we seen it when we was growing up. I remember going across the street and borrowing sugar and borrowing milk, borrow
Yeah.
eggs. And if they needed, they came over and they, hey, you got some jiffy in there, you got some cornmeal in there. Yeah, come on in here.
That's how we was taught. You know what I mean? I mean, some of us, but I guess they grew up on the other street that was taken from each other or something. I don't know.
I don't know what happened either.
Hold on,
I don't know
y'all.
what
One
happened.
more. Welcome to the stage, Niecy B.
So y'all already know I was finna come in and have my little say so, right?
Uh-huh.
Listen, get that beer around here. Get out
It's
of the way, everybody.
Uh-huh.
Go
Speak your
ahead,
word,
Niecy.
Lucy.
Say your say. Her phone to cut off.
Make sure you're not on
Did it?
mute.
Damn, my shit already fucking up already.
That's all right. You back.
Okay, let me stop this. Let me. Okay, enter the studio. All right, is I'm back in there, y'all? Okay.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. No, I just wanted to say that people don't know what friendship means no more. And the reason why I say that, when you fall out with your friend, you don't call everybody and their mama and tell all their business.
Right.
Y'all just done fell out. That don't mean go and tell everybody about their bad time.
Right.
So people that took the word hate to a whole nother level. If I tell you that you're going wrong by your child and you really is, that don't mean I'm hating. That mean I'm trying to help you.
Right.
So they take stuff to a whole nother level. That's why I told y'all these humans is a hot mess nowadays.
Definitely are.
You can't
You're
talk to people no
absolutely
more.
Nope. You can't.
But I'm sorry, your little friend would have got beat up. She would have had to leave with a couple of knots for
Right.
messing with me. Loyalty is a bad motherfucker. Honesty and respect. That's amongst
Absolutely.
friends. That's what friendship is.
Absolutely. You know, what makes it so much worse, y'all, is this friend used to live with me. I'm one of those friends, if I have a house and you're going through, I'm not going to see any of my friends sleeping in a car, sleeping on the street, sleeping in a shelter, trying to figure out where you're going to lay your head. No, my door is open. If we got to pack in here like sardines, I promise you're going to be okay.
That's
So
right.
there was a period of time I had her, I had another friend, and I had another friend. They were all living in my house, on the couch, pallets on the floor, everything. So you lived in my house. So to get me out of state on my birthday and
All
play
right.
in my face, oh, I wanted to fight. Like, y'all don't even understand.
I understand. I
See,
would have been fighting too. I'm sorry. Like, friends is friends. Sometimes you might have to beat your friend up to make them understand.
See,
For
I
real.
cut them off. I cut them off. Because when
Okay, I'm gonna fight you and then I'm gonna cut you up. Because I'm offended. I'm offended.
Because it was so unnecessary. That was the problem. It was so unnecessary. She had an attitude because she didn't want my friend. So here was the thing. My friend and her husband who lived in Vegas, she didn't want them to come, number one, because she didn't too much know my friend in Vegas. And she's one of them where she's really possessive. And if she's your friend, she don't want to share. But
Wow.
then because her husband came, she was like, well, if I would have known he was going to be here, I could have brought my dude. Well, didn't nobody tell you not to bring your dude? It was never a girls' trip. It just so happened the guys that were supposed to come weren't able to come. So it ended up being girls that went. but it was never labeled as a girls' trip.
And so what if he came? Go get you some.
That's the point.
Get your stuff delivered. What the hell? You ain't got dick on consignment?
It's crazy.
I'm just saying.
That was the whole thing. It was so unnecessary. And I mean, it was added. It wasn't even just like a bad aura attitude. It was her being snappy and rolling her eyes and walking off and just like you could have stayed in the hotel room. You could have stayed.
She had bad energy that came with her, bringing all her demons and stuff.
Very, very. But that's why we got to be careful with who we call friend.
That's right.
That's really
TLC said it. What about your friends?
And I learned, someone told me after the fact, because like I said, I'd never traveled before, that you can't take all your friends out of town with you. All your friends are not your travel partners. Y'all learned that the hard way.
Gotta know their place.
Yeah, everybody ain't compatible.
At all. Because we trying to have fun and kick it, and you want to walk around with attitude.
Yeah, y'all gotta be friends in sections.
That part.
Compartmentalized.
Right. Some people can't cooperate.
Right.
You my travel friend. Yeah.
Right. She would have had to sit that one out.
Yeah, because... And afterwards, they said, if we plan another trip, please don't bring her. Like, that's what everybody said. Just don't bring her.
Oh, so, she got canceled and blackballed. Wow.
Canceled and blackballed.
So y'all ain't talked or she ain't apologized or nothing?
Nope.
That ain't no friend.
Nah. She was hating from the beginning.
No, nothing. No phone.
Exactly, Zach. That's hate.
She was always in competition. She always hated. She hated you.
And we as women supposed to be trying to stick together. Don't worry about what the next woman doing, because you are your own self.
Dudes do it too.
Yeah, that's because of this new stuff going on with all this fruitiness. Yeah, they be taking stuff to heart.
Because I'm the type of friend. Like I expect my friends to call me on my stuff. If I'm about to crash into this wall, let me know. And if I'm being stupid, let me know. But then you find out you can't do that. They get and I can look at it. Okay, if you tell me about myself, I may not even want to hear it. And anybody that knows me, I'm gonna fuss and fight. I ain't gonna want to listen, this, that, and other. But if I know if you my friend, I may be mad, but I'm gonna come back. I'm not gonna hold that against you because you told me about myself, because I know you didn't do it from a place of condemnation or judgment or nothing like that.
That's right.
But when I do it, when I try to give that same correction or the same, that pull up back to you, and you bite me and cuss me out and all this type of, wait a minute, hold on. So I'm seeing something right here. So everybody don't, I done got blindsided a few times.
What I was gonna say
but dudes do it too. Dudes be dudes be so much in competition. It's so, man, penis envy is serious.
Well, I gotta agree with you on that, Zach, because every person that mostly hurted me was a man in the friendship area. And they booty was bigger than mine. No, that's a joke.
Well,
hold on, y'all. Progressive One, you were saying something.
This is what I was gonna say before I got cut off. On the rug, I'm not mad at any individual that I encounter in this day and age, whether it's a friendship, whether it's family.
Yeah.
I'm not mad at them anymore directly. I'm mad at the person at the top. Just like when I go to a restaurant, I'm not mad when I get bad service. I'm mad at the person who thought it was a good idea to hire you. But unfortunately, the person who's really to blame in this day and age is the individuals from which they came. If parenting was the same, people would be the same. Because all of us have came from a household, and all of us had training in that household. And what you got in that household helped you to be a quality person when you went out into the world. That's not happening anymore. So that's where I'm looking at, because of the breakdown of the family, because of the lack of parenting. Now you have a bunch of individuals running around who don't know how to be loyal, don't know how to cope, and don't know how to be a quality person. I'm so sick and tired of seeing individuals running around. And I remember when I was a child, if my parents told me no, it was no. And if I pressed the issues, they was gonna press my ass. There wasn't no here, take it and go over there in the corner. No, you're not getting what you asked for, and if you keep on acting a fool, I'm gonna give you what you're really looking for.
Right.
Right. I'm sorry for cutting you off.
No, you're good. You're good. You're good. You had to come correct, and that's the same way with friendships. I said in the midst of the chat, I said I'm taking back all of my friendship badges, except for the Lord and my FizzFam, unless you prove yourself otherwise. Because I gave it out to a lot of people that I should not have, and I take responsibility and accountability for that. Just because sometimes you want somebody to be there, you accept anything. And that's not the way to be. It's best to be by yourself versus take anything.
That was a powerful thing.
That's right. That's right.
A lot of times what we don't do is we don't take accountability for what we allow into our space.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, that's someone that I chose to make a friend. So
Yeah.
because I chose to make that person a friend, and I chose to take that person on the trip with me, then I got to accept some accountability for what happened, because this was my choice.
We're in
the day and age now where people feel like you have to agree with them, and if you don't agree with them, then you're an op. No,
that's
I
it.
have to agree with you because I'm your friend. I love you enough not to agree with you when I know it's going to hurt you or hurt our relationship.
Come on now.
That's real friendship. We don't know what it means to be real friend. Everybody's into this. You judging me.
Man.
No, I see a big belly and you pregnant, and I say you pregnant. That's not a judgment. That's a fact.
Right.
That's right.
So we mix up fact with judgment, and we think everything is judging. Well, no, I'm just telling you the truth. You had a nasty, stank ass attitude on the trip, and you almost messed it up for everybody. That's a fact. That's not judgment.
But it was the restaurant fault because they wouldn't take back that item, huh?
Right, because the restaurant wouldn't give you what you want. See, and here's the thing, right? I think social media has really messed up a lot of us.
Yes.
Social media and Instagram and TikTok, because it makes us feel like we can have what we want, when we want, how we want it. And when we don't get it like that, then we have a problem, and everybody else is the issue but us. We teach our kids and we teach everybody, don't accept no. Don't keep going till you get a yes. Don't accept no. But we don't teach them what to do when no is the answer.
Right.
That's right. Privilege for no reason.
Exactly. We don't
They be like that cartoon. I'm mad.
Exactly. I'm mad, just walking around mad for no reason. But that's what we do. And sadly enough, the reason why the babies are in trouble is because there's grown folks still in trouble, but we haven't figured it out.
But 9 times out of 10, that very instance of what y'all pointed out, those individuals, the law of attraction is very weird. So those individuals are going to search out individuals who were just like their parents and who live to give them their version of gratification at every corner. You can't argue with your man. You can't do this. You can't do that. You can't do this. So, but you get in friendships and families, et cetera, and then it is what it is.
Yep.
Nobody can take criticism anymore either.
No. Prime example all over the internet. He took me to Applebee's. Girl, if somebody ain't being took nowhere.
Exactly.
She didn't this. She didn't that.
Right.
She didn't have my dinner when I came in. Oh, okay. Okay. And that okay. There's food in the refrigerator, right? Your mama and your daddy should have taught you how to cook.
Right.
But we
Anything
so
for life.
entitled. There you go. We so entitled and we want everything right now. We want it
Entitled.
our
Yeah.
way. And if it can't be our way, then we have an attitude. So that's why you have so many attitude bitter people walking around the world because they feel like everything is supposed to be their way. And because they can't get it their way, now they got an attitude that everybody has to feel their attitude until they get what they want their way. Go fuck yourself.
Yeah.
But again, it's been a lifestyle that's been cultivated. Kids who throw tantrums, if not corrected, grow up to be adults who throw tantrums.
That's right.
Exactly.
That's
Exactly.
right.
So you got a bunch of people who are unaccountable for anything. They don't take accountability for nothing. Everything
Nope.
is always somebody else's fault. It's
Somebody
no
else that
one
try to deflect it back on you and all kind of mess.
No one looks
Deflect,
in the mirror.
project.
In friendships, in relationships, no one stops and looks in the mirror and says, before I jump into something
Come on
else,
now.
let me look and see where I went wrong.
Exactly. You got to start with yourself.
Got to start with you.
Yep.
But we don't do that. We don't do that. And here's the bigger problem. We don't even know ourselves well enough to know what we should be looking for in a friend and to know what's compatible with us and not, because we don't even know who we are.
Because a lot of them too busy worried about what somebody else doing and how they doing it.
That part, trying to impress people who don't even like you
Exactly.
Don't even like it.
and never will.
Not even don't like you, impress people who don't even know you. These people
That
on this
part.
internet don't know you for real, and they're not trying to get to know you. They just want to be entertained by you. So the more
Right.
you come
And
on
John,
here and act the fool and act the ass, they're going to be entertained.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they gossip about you about anything.
Yeah.
It ain't got to be true.
Exactly. Y'all,
So
that's why I was leery about coming on this motherfucker. Because I'd be to
Huh?
hurt somebody if I was talking about me. And you don't even know me. And I ain't talking about T.I.
Right. You know me.
You know what? That's what scared me for the longest about doing it, because I'm like, the internet can be a ruthless place.
Yes.
And I don't want nobody to push me to a point that I don't want to go. That's why I changed up some of my content and took off some of my intros that I had, because I'm like, I feel like I'm inadvertently inviting what I'm trying to push away. So let me change up some stuff, because if you get stupid in my comments, then I'm going to get dumb right with you. I'm going to match your energy, because I say in every video, this is a safe space for us to laugh, key, have fun. Don't bring negativity over here. So if you try to infiltrate my piece with negativity, we going to have a problem. That's just
but
the
that's
way
the
it
thing
is,
though.
because you got to protect your peace.
Talk
And
your shit.
this is my safe space over here that I'm creating. So when the world is going cuckoo, job going cuckoo, kids cuckoo, family cuckoo, I can come right over here to Champagne Secrets and find peace. Don't infiltrate
Amen.
my peace with negativity. Please don't.
See, but this is the thing though. You said something without saying something. That's the thing though. You're controlling the narrative. If
That's
each
right.
of us, from me to you, Empress, to nephew, to Zach, if we took the initiative to control our narrative instead of constantly yielding to the narratives of others, life would be so much better. How many times, and I'm guilty of it myself, trying to hold on to people. They stole from me, but they just going through something right now. They towed my car up, but they just going through something right now.
Oh
They
my
did that, but they
God.
just going through something right now. You holding on, holding on. Sometimes you have to take the initiative. No, all the time. Take the initiative to control your narrative, because if not,
Yep.
people will write it for you.
Yep.
Yes.
Yep.
Well, this my safe place, y'all. I love kicking it with y'all. This where I can come and free my mind. This my world. And this
Right.
Yeah.
is positive. And I love y'all so much. Y'all just don't understand.
Hey, man.
I be bragging about y'all.
This room
We
for
got to do a
everybody.
live event.
We definitely do. But you know what? Our live events will be over on Patreon, because there's certain things you can and can't do on YouTube. Like you really can't play music and stuff like that, but on Patreon you can. So when we really do our live events where let me see if I have it. Did I upload it? I got something called the group chat, the champagne group chat that I want to start doing, but that's going to be on Patreon. It's not going to be over here because then we can play music and stuff like that. So if we decide to have, okay, everybody, we going to have a music playoff or something like that, we can play music without worrying about copyright strikes and people coming
Okay,
in.
so then maybe Patreon will let me pay for my membership. I come to find out from my bank, the reason why they won't let me pay YouTube through a membership or anything, because I had fraud done to my account through YouTube. Yeah.
I'm still trying to figure out how to do it. I think what we may have to do is everybody might have to like gift a membership. So if I give one, because I don't think, and I'm still looking into it, I don't think you can gift a certain person, but I know when you are live, like when we do our lives, I can gift memberships, but it will select who that membership goes to.
See, that's what I was
Or
thinking,
just get you
Champagne. That's why I sent it that money to Cash App, because I'm thinking we can do it like that.
or get you a prepaid card, prepaid debit card or something. Just keep you a few dollars on there, and
Okay.
and you know what I mean, and you can do it that way.
Well, as soon as I get me an escape from these grandkids, I'm gonna get me one.
Yeah.
And definitely, we can definitely try to do that membership gift. I'm gonna see how that work on tonight too, to see about gifting a few memberships out before,
Yeah.
so that we can.
Yeah, because I can pay for mine through Cash App.
Definitely.
Because this my team right here. I ain't messing with nobody. This is what we do. And this is where I go.
So this right here that you guys see on the screen, that's going to be our group chat logo. So anytime you see that, you know it's going to be a live panel. Because there's some days where I just want to come on and we just get on the panel and talk. Just laugh and key. It's no real story. We just detoxing and laughing and having fun.
Yeah.
Because people need to see that. Like, I follow a lot of people on YouTube, and some of this stuff is so messy and toxic.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh my God. And I want to be able to show people that you can bring a bunch of people together, men and women, and it not be toxic. It just be fun, having fun, getting to know each other, networking, developing friendships, developing solid relationships, developing a community that's safe and not toxic.
That's what's up. I'm for it.
Definitely going to be doing some champagne group chats in the near future. I got to find out from Father Locke what his work schedule is so we can stop missing him, because we need him on these panels.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So the gang can be on, and when I start doing my what is it called? The moderators, I got my top 4 people who, are going to be moderators.
For sure.
So we definitely, got stuff planned in the future, doing some meetups, let's try this Vegas thing again,
Yeah.
Y'all, I ain't never been nowhere. Only in Detroit and Plant. I ain't been nowhere, y'all.
That's how I was. That's how I was when I went.
I'm a plain Jane.
I am too. See, I'm 47. So when this happened, this was only 2 years ago. So
okay.
This was only 2 years ago, and I had never been on a vacation before, never had a real birthday party, never had a real celebration, none of that. So I said, for my 45th birthday, I'm going to treat myself. I'm going to go. Right. I want to go out of state. I've never been out of state without my kids. I'm going to go out of state, and I'm going to enjoy myself and have fun. My kids, my oldest daughter was already in her 20s. My second daughter was in her 20s. My boys was in their upper teens. So I'm like, look, they old enough now to be at home by themselves. I'm finna go have fun.
Back.
Just took the wrong people. So
Well, I'm
lesson
48,
learned.
and I guess we got caught up in a lot of things with our kids,
Right.
family, and we wasn't able to travel like everybody else. You
Right.
know, I can't wait till the day I can go travel
Right.
and have some fun.
I know that's right. We gonna plan it for sure. We definitely gonna be
Don't
doing
mess,
some big
don't
things.
mess around and have us have to run down on the D.
Come down to 8 Mile.
Come on
I'm
with
just
it.
saying, get us some good pizza and whatnot.
Hey, Champagne
I'm just
Secrets,
saying.
Detroit takeover.
Exactly.
I'm
Let's
just
go.
saying. Uh,
Okay, let me get this part straight, y'all, because y'all know how people be trying to look up people. So I'm originally from Flint, but I raised my kids in Detroit.
Uh-huh.
And my family was always living in between Flint and Detroit. So I'm a Flint slash Detroit chick, you
There
know.
you
Oh,
go.
okay.
Yeah. So I gotta claim Flint Town too now, my baby, because that's my roots.
Hey,
well,
Flint.
now,
Hey, we just gonna make it a takeover of the Midwest.
For
Yeah,
sure.
That's
I'm just saying. Because
yeah.
we got to make sure at least we get out here and travel.
right.
Y'all, let me tell y'all, I'm scared of the airplanes. I'm gonna tell you right now.
Oh, Lord.
I would like to be
Lord,
on
Lord.
land. I ain't fucking around with up
Listen, when
Take
I
a
went
train.
to Vegas for my
Take a
birthday, that was
train.
my second time only being on a plane.
I ain't been on there either.
I'm
It is
scared.
not it is not as bad as you think.
I need for
My friend tried to get me to come out to
to stop.
California right now.
Now I ain't gonna
Man,
lie, y'all. I
I'm a
went to
fly to the
Miami
corner
with my
store.
daughter one in 2022, and I was so scared on that plane, I almost peed on myself. I ain't gonna lie, because they gave us a
If
lot of wine before we took off. So,
I could, I
I,
would fly to the corner store. I love flying.
ooh-wee, I need support.
Hey y'all,
Hey,
listen,
listen,
when I first got in my
let me tell
plane ride, go ahead, Progressive.
you, Nancy, you gotta
Huh?
get over it because if you trying to experience the rest of the world, that's some long flights. Like when I went to Africa, the flight was 21 hours. We was in the air for 21 hours.
Oh, Lord have mercy. See, that was only 2 hours now. I don't know
London was
about if I
nine and
can
a
do some
half.
more. Oh Lord, yeah, we gonna pray. Yeah, we gonna pray, y'all.
Vegas was
And let me
stupid.
tell y'all how to pronounce my name.
It's
And my name is
Niecy.
Nisi.
Me,
And my club name was Nisi B. So all my stuff is Nisi B.
and I'm pretty sure everybody knew you was there when you got there. What you mean? Like
Party this time.
we can start now.
Show
She
up.
here.
Definitely. When I first got on my flight, I was terrified. And I was terrified because I watched too many movies. So I've seen Final Destination. And if you've seen Final Destination, it has to do with this boy having a premonition while he's on the flight that the flight is going to go down.
Oh yeah.
And when he wakes up, he starts seeing stuff happening just the way it happens in the dream. And he gets off the plane blows up, all that. So I'm getting ready to get on this flight. And all of a sudden, I hear like the Jaws music in my head, just dun, dun, dun. Closer I get. So I get on the airplane and I'm like, I am really on the airplane, y'all. So I go to my seat. I'm sitting down. Now I got to have a window seat, and I got to have a window seat by the wing of the plane so I can see the little engine, the little propeller thing go around and around because I need to make sure that everything is doing what it needs to do while it's in this air. So I got a window seat. So I remember my cousin told me, okay, when you get on the plane, when it's getting ready to take off, it's going to back out. She said, when it back out, it's going to hit this runway, but it's going to go down the runway real slow. You're going to hit a curb. It's going to go slow. And then that next landing, it's going to take off. When you take off, you know you're getting ready to go in the air. So we on the plane. So the plane started backing out. I was like, yep. She told me about that part. So the next part is it's finna hit this runway. So it hit the runway. It was going slow. I said, okay. She told me about this part. So we good. It's gonna hit this curve up here. It hit the curve. I'm like, yep. She told me about this part. That plane took off. I said, oh shit. I can't turn around now. So I'm sitting there. All of a sudden, you can feel the plane tilt up. And I'm looking out the window and I'm like, the ground just gonna move away from the plane like that, huh? And I'm just looking down. We going higher and higher and higher in the air. So I look up and I told God, I said, well, it's me and you now. Because can't nobody come save us if something go wrong but you.
So y'all think this story made me feel a little bit better about getting on the plane?
Listen, when we get up past them clouds, it is the most breathtaking scenery you have ever seen. Like, I went into a straight worship on the plane because I was just like, God, you are so amazing. Everything was so, I didn't have any turbulence. Now on the way back, we had a little bit. We dropped like twice. It was like 2 quick drops. And I said, me and the Lord didn't have this conversation. So this plane needs to land the same way it took off. But outside of that, planes really ain't that bad.
Okay. Now don't get me wrong, because I understand what it is. First of all, it's a machine. And they may have it on autopilot or they may be going manual, but it's still, I'm putting myself in the hands of someone or something else. But I pray hard before I get on that plane and pray that the Lord keeps it up in the air. But also, too, it's the quickest and most efficient way for you to be able to travel, especially when you're going long distance.
And they say it's the safest.
Trying to drive from Michigan to Vegas to California, you're talking about days.
Okay.
I know you say, well, I know the ground then, but historically and actually, per studies allegedly, more accidents happen on the ground than in the air.
That's all right. We gonna do Niecy like they used to do Mr. T on 18.
That part.
We gonna make sure she sleeps.
Because that's what happened the last time. I fell out.
Her first trip, we had to do something close where she could drive in. We had to do like Champagne Secret Take New York or something.
Yeah, that'd be cool. That would be freaking cool.
There's definitely a lot to do in New York.
New York got a lot going on right now.
Everywhere got a lot going on right now.
New York got the migrant stuff going on. New York it's a lot going on in New York right now.
I wouldn't mind going to see some waterfalls. At least they ain't gonna chase us or rob us.
Hey, being robbed in Niagara Falls is diabolical.
I wouldn't mind visiting Niagara Falls though.
Yes, I want to go see some water.
You on the boat when they take you out to it, so it can splash, so you look, be like, man, we getting stroked. Like, yeah, and break them pockets.
I really want to
go see some lions and tigers and bears.
I really want to go on a cruise. I've never done the cruise, and I really want to go on a cruise.
Now, I just made fun of y'all, so to speak, as far as like not loving to fly. Me and ships, I get on one, but you talking about praying extra hard because I know it's pirates out there. I'm an island boy. I know
I'm with you on that, Progressive. I'm scared of that too. Only water I ain't scared of is my bad water.
Well, now.
I ain't scared of that.
Hey, I wish more people in this area wouldn't be scared of it. Hey, please, people just be out here looking unshowered, unbathed. It's just cool.
Yeah, and she is here for no reason.
If I could still see the flies stay on the side of your mouth, you missed it. You missed the assignment.
We gonna pray for them, Progressive. They gonna get it together. We're gonna
They
pray
gonna
on
have
it.
to just invite them over here. They gonna want to.
Yes, we're gonna pray. We're gonna have to pray.
Well, y'all, I am not gonna keep y'all on here all night. It is midnight, my time. Almost. Well, in another minute. But it's been amazing, as always.
Always.
Talking
Much
about
love.
these
Much
friends.
love.
We're gonna have to do a part 2 to this What About Your Friends? Because as I was going down the TikTok rabbit hole, baby, all these horror stories with friendships and girls' trips gone bad. And that's why you got to be careful about who you call your friends, because I'm tired of seeing stories about people going on trips and not coming back
Yeah. Yes, I done seen them on YouTube.
with
They
these
leaving
so-called
and get,
friends.
yeah, not coming back in one piece. I want to come back the same way I left.
The same way I left. And that's why you got to be careful who you go with,
Whatever
who
happened
you
to we
around.
leave together, we come back together.
It's every man for themselves right now, and people are at a day and age where they don't care about the well-being and safety of everybody else. They only care about self-preservation.
Well, then I ain't going then. Ain't nobody got time for that.
Ain't nobody got time. Especially out of the country, because they making it so cheap for you to be able to go out of the country. That's why so many people are going to Puerto Rico and going to Mexico and all these other places.
Oh,
Them not
shoot,
places
that's
you can go with
wrong,
people you
bro.
don't know.
Well, that is a problem. You take me out of town and hurt my feelings. That means you got a problem.
Right.
Yeah,
Hey, but I ain't going to Mexico with people I know.
no, I ain't going to Mexico.
Sometimes the
Period.
people you know, you don't know.
That's it right there. Sometimes
Even
the
your
people
own
you
family
don't know.
sometimes can mess you up.
The
That's a
cartel
whole
don't
nother
bother me, and I
video.
don't bother the cartel.
Right.
That's right.
That's a whole nother video. The
That's a
family.
whole nother.
Man, family can hurt you worse than your enemy.
Oh,
Hey,
don't bring that up.
hey, we
Woo.
gonna be on here till 7 in the morning.
Don't bring it here. Talk about some family. Jeez. I
Hey,
got
that
now. I
might have
got
to
the
be the
story
next
there.
video. That
I
might
got
have
the
to be
story
the
for
next
you.
video. What about your
It should be the
family?
next video.
What
Man, I'm
about your
quite
family? It's gonna be the next video.
man. I got some stories
Hey,
for you.
I got the title for you. Good times. What happened to him?
It be
Well, now,
sometimes it don't be the main family like your first cousin and all that. It be them second and thirds and fourths and fifths and
no,
one time married and one sober. It be them.
no,
man.
mine was first cousin,
I'm talking about
aunties,
man. Listen,
siblings. What you mean?
dude.
Oh
Real
Oh,
yeah.
close. People that you would never expect to be the ones
I
having you
love
looking
my
at
brother.
them
Me and my
like,
brother love each other. That's my sibling. I only
Mhm.
got one nephew from him. That's
I'm
it.
glad. Count yourself blessed. For
I
real.
got all the kids. I have 4 kids.
mm, mm, mm. So tomorrow our video is gonna be what about your family? I'm gonna start working on it in the morning when I get up.
Oh
I
no.
promise. Good times. What happened to him?
Oh no.
Yeah.
That's definitely the next
well,
video.
Empress is going ahead and heal this hood trauma then.
For
I just
sure.
want to let my family know the main family. I ain't talking about
Well,
y'all.
hey, hey, Champagne Empress.
Yes.
Well, you better make another promo and throw some Wild Hours Road MD 2020 bottles up there, 'cause ain't gonna be no champagne drinking.
Yeah, that's a whole nother hood right there.
Hey,
Man, look,
That
do I
90s
need
drinking.
this,
to put that
this
one in
that
the Hennessy zone?
this that old E
Hey,
slit small blue bull drinking.
Man, we used to
hey,
skip
Zach.
school and put Kool-Aid
Huh?
in night train and be
Night
drunker than
train.
ever.
Man,
Hey,
Thunderbird.
Zach.
Huh?
They have you feeling like you adopted.
How you feel like,
Exactly.
man? Listen.
Like, this could not be my family. Somebody switched me at birth.
Somebody
Yeah.
sweet.
Somebody was drinking what's that E and J?
Man, somebody was drinking Crazy Horse back in the day too, and they was crazy than a motherfucker too.
Crazy
Man. Crazy horse.
What was that? My mama used to drink Canadian Club.
Canadian Mist. Oh, Canadian Club.
Mm-hmm. She said it used to talk to her when she used to drink it.
I bet it did.
Told her all kind of stuff.
Exactly. She's seeing some people we ain't seeing yet.
Hey, Monique told you on that movie with Danny Glover that dark liquor make him want to fight.
Man,
What's crazy is the functional drunk. Them the ones that's a hot mess. The functional ones that don't go to sleep.
they don't go to sleep
Or shut up.
or shut up.
That part.
You get to crying and all kind of mess.
Exactly.
Get up off me.
They go from happy to sad, to glad to depressed, like bruh.
Right.
They had a whole story show.
Listen.
Knock you out the father and the mother.
Oh no, that's my baby.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Boy, y'all.
I'm ready for that though. I'm
We
ready
get
for that.
ready to get off of here. We definitely gonna have another one tomorrow night, 10 p.m. Central. We are gonna be talking about family, so I'm gonna be gathering all the stuff already so that we'll be ready to go tomorrow at 10. Hopefully Father Locke can join us. I'm gonna inbox him and find out what's good times for him for us to go live so we can make sure he's on with us. But thank you guys for joining me for another
Thank you for welcoming us.
Thank
Much love to
y'all
everybody.
for being a part of the family for sure. Consider hitting that like button, the subscribe button if you're not already subscribed. Consider joining the Champagne Gang and the FizzFam. Join one of our memberships, become a part of it. Come kick it with us, laugh and joke. We positive over here. No negativity allowed. Confidants. Always remember, if it doesn't cause you to elevate, it's causing you to depreciate. Now raise those glasses, clink, and let's drink till we meet again. Ta-ta.